Alright guys, this is a review of the Viper alarm and remote start 5704. This is what the box looks like. This is the upgraded version of the 5901. Pretty much everything is identical with this model with the exception of the shock sensor. I read that the 5901 has the shock sensor integrated with the brain of the alarm. And this model, the 5704, the 2012 version, has the shock sensor external from the brain of the alarm, which in my opinion is better. This vehicle is my 2010 Ford F-150 FX4, and I'll go ahead and show you some of the features of this alarm and remote start. Here's the vehicle. I got my little Viper sticker in the window right there. I was thinking about getting the Viper electro illuminator that gets placed right here in the window, but I figured it looks kind of cheesy and I don't want to draw any more attention to my vehicle, so I think I might just do without that. Anyways, here is the remote. As you can see right now, the alarm is disarmed. Go ahead and arm it like that, and once you arm it, you get confirmation from the lights and the chirp of the siren. And when you disarm it, as you can see, the lights flash twice and you hear the alarm chirp twice. This remote, it's a two-way remote. It's actually pretty nice. You can do several things with it. Let me see here. Bear with me, this is only my second YouTube video and I'm trying to do this with my cell phone. So this remote, it's a little out of focus here. This remote does several things. It has several functions. Level 1, I'm not sure why it's out of focus here. There we go. Alright, level 1, if you hold it down, it'll tell you the temperature of inside the vehicle. 84 degrees. So that's good to know if you want to have your air conditioner set for the remote start. When you turn it on, your car will be all cooled off by the time you get to it. Also, you could do silent alarm, silent arming and silent disarming. Level 1 arm. As you can see, it is now armed and you do not hear a chirp. You do the same thing, disarming it. So that's a pretty cool feature if you don't want to disturb anybody. What else? There's also a full-featured silent alarm. So when the alarm is triggered, the siren will not go off, but it will page your pager and let you know that that somebody has triggered your alarm. So let's go inside the vehicle and I'll show you what it looks like inside. I have a couple features along with this alarm. Actually, just only one extra feature. I have the glass break sensor, which I totally recommend because these days it is totally possible to break your window and not trip the shock sensor. So I got a glass break sensor, which is right here, and I'll show you how that works here in a little while. Alright, here is the antenna. It's a two-way antenna. It also has a little LED light, which you can actually see pretty far away, staying away from the vehicle. I'll show you once it's armed. There it is right there. That just gives you confirmation that it is armed, and at night that actually lights up the whole cab of the truck. So you could see it from, far distance. And when you're standing in front of the vehicle outside, that light actually reflects off of the back of the mirror and onto the hood of my truck, so you can see it standing in front of the vehicle. So that's another reason why I may not get the little illuminator thing for the window down there. So right now it is armed, and I will show you what it looks like when the alarm gets set off by opening a door. Okay, so let me unlock the door. See, and then it'll tell you that the door was open. Like that. So, it's a nice alarm. And I'll show you what the glass break sensor does. And the LED will flash a few times to let you know that wet zone was triggered. So it'll flash 3 times, which is zone 3, letting you know that a door was opened. I think when it flashes 4 times, that means the window sensor was tripped. Window brake sensor. So let me get out of here. Okay. Also, until you reset the alarm, which basically all it does is when you put the key in the ignition and start the truck, it resets the alarm. Until you do that, every time you unlock the truck, it'll tell you which alarm was set off. It'll chirp 4 times and tell you alarm report, door open. So it's a pretty nice feature. Alright, so now I'll show you the glass break sensor, armed. Let's do it, let's see, I'll do it on the other side of the truck, just so you know, just so you can see how that it actually does work. Let's try it, I'll try it up here at the top of this window. Sometimes it takes a lot. So there you go. That is the window brake sensor. As you can see, it is totally easy to break a window without setting off the shock sensor. So that's why I got the window brake sensor. Now I will show you the shock sensor. However, I'm going to do it on silent alarm. That way it doesn't disturb my neighbors, because as you can see, I live pretty close to people and I don't want to bother them. So to silent the shock sensor, you go to level 3, arm. And that right there tells you that the sensor is silent. Okay, so I just kicked the tire. That probably would set off the alarm. So the alarm, it might be going off right now. We should get confirmation on the remote here. Let me try it again. There it is. So as you can see, the alarm is going off on my pager, but not the truck. So that's good. Shock sensor. Alright, the range for this alarm is actually, they advertise 1 mile. I haven't tried it at 1 mile, but there have been some places where I've lost a signal. If you're deep inside of a building, like say you're in a Walmart or something, and you're a good distance away, and there's a lot of walls blocking your signal, then it's not going to work. Sometimes you have to get closer for it to work. I've had this alarm now for 2 months. I'm very pleased with it. The only problem that I had is one time it kept saying that the trunk was open, and obviously trucks don't have a trunk, so I'm not sure what was going on with that. It might have been just a malfunction of the brain, which, as we all know, all electronics, all computers sometimes do have their little issues. So all I had to do was reset the alarm, and now it was back to normal. It could have just been a wiring issue, which, by the way, I had this installed at Best Buy, and they did a really good job in my opinion. You could buy this system at Best Buy along with the installation for a decent price. So what else? If you try to set the alarm with the door open, it should tell you that a door is open. So like that, leave the door open. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't tell you that a door is open. Maybe it takes a little while. But anyways, so that's the alarm. Now, let's move on to the remote start. I have this preset to run for 25 minutes pre-start. So, you push this little center button here. There it is. It tells you that it'll run for 25 minutes and then it'll automatically go off. You can reset the timer. Like, the alarm will go off when there's 5 minutes left. The alarm on the pager will go off, not the truck, letting you know that there's 5 minutes left, and you can reset the timer by using one of the function keys. You can turn it off by pushing it again. Right there. This remote start does have two safety features. There is a hood switch to where when the hood is open, it will not start. That's pretty much just for the safety of a mechanic. If you have a mechanic working on your vehicle, then there's no way that the remote start will go off on its own. Also, for anti-theft, as you can see, that it is unlocked right now. So remote start. There is no way that a person could get into the truck and drive away, because once they put their foot on the brake to put it in gear, it will shut off. I'll show you. So here's the brake. As soon as I push the brake, the remote start will shut off. As you can see. There it is. To do that, to avoid doing that, before you put your foot on the brake, what you have to do is insert the key in the ignition, turn it on, and then put your foot on the brake, and that disables the remote start. What else? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for this Viper alarm remote start 5704. I really like this alarm remote start. Like I said, the only problem I had that one time was with the trunk open, which was weird. But all I did was disconnect the battery, which resets the alarm, and now everything was back to normal. Sometimes the signal from the remote to the antenna will get blocked, even if you're standing about 10 feet away from the vehicle, and you'll get a failed signal. But right after that it'll start working. I really advise you to get directed alarms. Directed makes the best alarms in my opinion, and the brain of the alarm will probably never fail, but if it does, there is I think a 2-year warranty on it for the alarm, and there is a lifetime warranty for the install. That's why I recommend getting it installed at a Best Buy or a approved Viper installer, such as Best Buy or a Circuit City or a Fry's Electronics or something like that, because the install will be protected with a lifetime warranty. I think something would probably go wrong first with the install, like maybe a wire will come loose or something, before the alarm would actually have an issue itself with the brain. So, also, if you ever buy a new vehicle and you've had this installed at an approved retailer, they will take out the alarm for you for free and install it into the new vehicle, which is also a great benefit to have in case you ever buy a new vehicle and you want to keep the alarm. So that's it, guys. That is the Viper Alarm 5704. Totally recommend this alarm, and have a good day.